Have you ever wondered what happens when a road is built for something more than just travel? When its sole purpose is to test the very limits of human survival? Welcome to the world of impossible places. This is where engineering stops being a set of dry calculations on a page and becomes a high-stakes gamble against Mother Nature herself. We aren't talking about your everyday potholes or morning gridlock. We're talking about fragile ribbons of asphalt clinging to 1,000-foot abysses, where ocean swells can swallow the road in a heartbeat, and paths are hand-carved directly into the faces of jagged cliffs. From the haunting, frozen silence of the Alaskan wilderness to the oxygen-thin peaks of the Himalayas, where the clouds and the canyon floor are separated by just a single wrong turn. These are the routes that geologists and skeptics swore should never exist. In today's journey, we won't just witness the incredible power of human will through the lens of Hidden Earth TV. We're going to confront a question. Do you have the nerve to take the wheel when the line between a thrill and a tragedy is measured in a split second of focus? Buckle up and take a deep breath. The search for the world's most beautiful sights at the end of its most grueling roads starts right now. Smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss a single heart-stopping moment in this series. Engines on. Let's roll.
The James Dalton Highway, Alaska, an anthem of solitude. Driving the Dalton isn't just a road trip. It's a 414-mile conversation with silence. This strip of gravel and ice was carved out of the wilderness to serve the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, but it's become something much more. A monument to human resilience. Out here, nature doesn't just sit there and look pretty. It's actively trying to swallow you whole. When your signal drops and the engine hum is the only thing keeping the cold at bay, you realize how fragile our high-tech world really is. Smartphones, the internet. Those are luxuries that simply don't exist in the Arctic Circle. Here's a pro tip from the truckers who survive this daily. They actually deflate their tires just a bit, increasing the surface area to grip that slick, treacherous mud. There's a deep lesson in that. In Alaska, preparation isn't just a good idea. It's the thin line between an epic story and a total disaster. Never, and I mean never, set foot on this road without a satellite radio and a plan B. But look, as heavy as this solitude feels, it's nothing compared to driving through a literal great flood from the sea itself. Are you ready to leave the solid ground of Alaska and cross the waves into Norway? Let's go. The Atlantic Ocean Road, Norway, where architecture defies the abyss. This is where humanity attempts to tame the Atlantic. These 8 bridges aren't just slabs of concrete. They are ribbons of defiance connecting tiny, lonely islands. From above, the Storsisundet Bridge looks broken, a haunting optical illusion that seems to vanish into thin air. But on a deeper level, it serves as a cold reminder of how small we truly are against the relentless power of the tides. On stormy days, this road shuts down completely. Here's a tip from the locals. If you see the seagulls flying low and the sea turning the color of lead, leave immediately. There's a powerful lesson here. Sometimes, knowing when to retreat is the only way to truly conquer nature. If you find this dance between man and the sea breathtaking, hit that like button. It lets the algorithm know you're someone who values beauty, grit, and the spirit of adventure. Let's keep moving. The North Yungas Road, Bolivia, a dance with death. Why do people still risk their lives here when a modern highway exists just miles away? Because Yungas isn't just a road, it's a shrine of courage. Out here, the mist rising from the Amazon is so thick you can't even see the hood of your own truck. Every inch of your tire on the edge of that precipice is a literal gamble with fate. Look closely and you'll see white crosses lining the path, each one representing a soul claimed by the abyss. Interestingly, this is the only place in Bolivia where you drive on the left. It's a survival tactic, allowing drivers to see the exact edge of the cliff beneath their wheels. The lesson is clear. In the face of extreme adversity, conventional rules must change if you want to survive. If you think a 2,000-foot drop is the limit of human endurance, just wait until I take you inside the heart of a stone mountain in China. Do you believe 13 men can change the destiny of an entire village? Let's find out. The Stelvio Pass, Italy, a symphony of precision. If the Grueling tunnel is the embodiment of raw human will, then Stelvio is a masterpiece of Italian engineering and mechanical finesse. Perched high in the majestic Alps, this road is not for the faint of heart or the amateur driver. With 48 hairpin turns draped over the mountainside, like a ribbon woven from equal parts fear and adrenaline, Stelvio demands absolute focus. 1 second of distraction, 1 moment spent staring at the surreal beauty of the snow-capped peaks, and you will pay the ultimate price. Here, the line between the pure joy of speed and the abyss of danger is thinner than a razor's edge. To conquer this beast, you must master the golden rule of professional racing. Slow in, fast out. Braking at the perfect moment and accelerating with conviction through the apex isn't just about physics. It turns every corner into a work of art. Stelvio isn't just a road. It's a character test for anyone who dares to take the wheel. Are you ready to test your limits at the edge of the sky? Hit that subscribe button if you're ready to sharpen your skills and conquer the most demanding roads on this planet with me. The journey continues. Skipper Canyon, New Zealand, the majestic scar of dreamers. Step back into the 19th century, where the rhythmic strike of hammers against schist rock echoed through this valley. Skipper Canyon isn't just a road, It's a historic scar left behind by New Zealand's most ambitious and reckless gold miners. The path is so narrow, it feels like the mountain is holding its breath. In some stretches, you can reach out your window and touch stone that has stood for millions of years. In Skipper Canyon, the threat isn't speed, it's the suffocating silence of the tight space. On one side, an overhanging cliff. On the other, a sheer drop with no guardrails. Where one small mistake turns your journey into a legend for all the wrong reasons. Before you venture here, ensure your steering and handbrake are flawless. But more important than your gear is your ego. Out here, yielding is the ultimate survival skill. Skipper Canyon teaches us a profound life lesson. In a narrow, harsh world, selfishness only leads to a deadlock for everyone. Only by understanding and stepping aside for one another can we all reach the finish line. This isn't just a drive. It's a masterclass in composure and empathy, set against the raw, untamed wilderness. The Zojila Pass, India, a battle for survival above the clouds. Leaving the narrow cliffs of New Zealand behind, we climb to an altitude where even pilots begin their descent. Welcome to Zojila Pass, a place where real life begins exactly where modern comfort ends. This isn't just a road, it is the ultimate symbol of survival on India's rugged frontier. While the rest of the world races toward the future of technology, here, time stands still. Heavy trucks crawl through thick, treacherous mud and past vertical drops without a single guardrail in sight. If you look into the eyes of the drivers here, you'll see a hauntingly calm resolve, a backbone of steel forged at the razor-thin edge between life and death. Never underestimate the power of this altitude or the bone-chilling cold. Geography might create abysses that divide us, but roads like Zojila are the invisible threads that bind the bravest souls together. If you feel the weight of every frame, hit that like button to honor the spirit of these legendary drivers. But if Zojila is a battle with height, our next destination will plunge you into a drama of history and fog. Are you ready to cross through the brooding heart of Europe with me? Let's go. The Transfiguration, Romania. An epic anthem amidst the Carpathian mist. We've traveled from the soaring peaks of India to reach the heart of Romania. Built as a strategic military route during the Cold War, this road carries a beauty that is both brooding and breathtakingly grand. It isn't just a path between two regions, it is an epic poem written into the wild, untamed Carpathian mountains. Driving through the rolling waves of clouds here, you'll feel as though you've slipped out of reality and into a dark, mythical film. But that beauty hides a trap. You must be extremely cautious of the blind curves, because nature doesn't care about your plans. Here, the fog can swallow your entire world in a matter of minutes. As we say goodbye to the misty shadows of Romania, we turn our gaze toward the east, where humanity has achieved the unthinkable, connecting two civilizations with a bridge draped across the highest peaks in the world. Are you ready? Let's move. The Karakoram Highway, where humility becomes strength. Welcome to the eighth wonder of the world. This is where the ancient Silk Road meets the bleeding edge of modern engineering. Standing here, surrounded by peaks soaring over 23,000 feet, the human ego suddenly feels small, almost fragile, against the sheer grandeur of creation. Karakoram wasn't just built with concrete and asphalt. It is a monument to friendship and the silent sacrifice of thousands of workers who gave their lives to conquer this land. Never drive too fast here. The mountains are alive, and boulders can fall from the cliffs at any moment without warning. The greatest lesson Karakoram teaches us is this: at the very top of the world, caution and humility are the only true strengths that keep you alive. Don't forget to subscribe to keep exploring the final frontiers of this planet with me. We've traveled through ancient silk roads and remnants of war. But the final chapter of this journey is the ultimate test of faith. Will this next road lead you to heaven? Or is it the gateway to hell? Let's find out. Sunshine, Skyway, the bridge between two worlds. Imagine a road so high that it looks like it's leading straight into the clouds on a map of the Gulf. In the coastal waters of Florida, a brilliant strip of steel and concrete stretches across the deep turquoise blue. To the north lies the bustling mainland. To the south, the vast openness of the sea. This is the Sunshine Skyway, one of the most iconic and haunted landmarks in the United States. Its story does not begin with a grand blueprint, but with a scar of history. On a storm-lashed morning in 1980, a massive freighter slammed into a support pier, causing an entire span of the road to vanish into the ocean. In a heartbeat, 35 lives fell into the abyss. Today, the new bridge stands as a monument of redemption. With 21 vibrant gold cables, it rises nearly 200 feet above the water, a height built to let giant ships pass, but also to remind us of how small we truly are. But its importance is much bigger than its architecture. For travelers, driving across the Skyway feels like a moment frozen in time. The horizon opens up, the wind howls from the Gulf, and the road climbs so steeply that the earth seems to disappear behind you. Nearby, the severed remains of the old bridge still sit in the water, serving as quiet fishing piers stretching into the sea. This is where the past and the present live side by side. It was once a passage of connection. In a single moment, it became a place of separation. And that is the lesson of the Skyway. The structures we build are not just for travel. They are shaped by memory, by courage, and by our deepest fears. The Sunshine Skyway is beautiful, haunting, and deeply symbolic. A bridge of engineering genius, but also a living memorial in the middle of the ocean. So next time you see those golden cables glowing under the Florida sunset, remember, this is not just a bridge. This is the Sunshine Skyway, a place where humanity rebuilt hope from the very edge of the abyss. Would you drive across this masterpiece, or does the view into the depths make you hesitate? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Hidden Earth TV as we continue our journey to the world's most impossible places. Fairy Meadows Road, where fear dissolves into light. This is the final chapter of our journey through the impossible. Fairy Meadows Road. It is a dirt track so impossibly narrow, it forces you to ask, how can this even exist? This is the ultimate test of courage. But the moment you push through those suffocating turns and reach the summit, the moment you see the peak of Nanga Parbat glowing like molten gold in the sunset, all that fear simply vanishes. In that heartbeat, you realize an eternal truth. The most beautiful things in this world are always hidden behind the most grueling journeys. Every journey must eventually come to an end, but the hunger for discovery within us is infinite. Thank you for walking this path with me until the very end. Share this video with the person you travel with to the edge of the world. And I will see you on the next impossible road. Goodbye for now.